What kind of stuff do I help people with? Okay. I want to think back on all the really cool stuff that I've helped people with. So, like I said early on, I help people have more fun with dating, more just have more fun and be more connected. Like I can remember this one guy that I worked with who's happily married with kids now. He had some dating goals, and I was like, and he had some anxiety about approaching people, like if he was out in public, and so I was like, oh well, you got to lower the stakes. So you got to talk to just, random people. And this was in New York City. So it was like, just your goal is every day approach 3 people. And just, you can give them a compliment. You could say hi. You can talk to them about the weather, but just start approaching people and just talk to them and just see how not scary that feels. And he started doing that for a while. And he was like, oh, this feels really good. I love talking to people. Actually, I've met some really cool people this way. And then pretty soon it was like, oh, cool. Now I can talk to women. And now I can ask out women and I can approach them, and just starting to practice this this real sense of ease. I loved working with him. He was just wonderful. Let's see what else. People who have maybe a lot of anxiety and they're just not sure why. I've helped a lot of people with that. And there's a lot of just recentering, figuring out how to manage those big, strong emotions and how to come back and be present and grounded in the body. I've helped a lot of people with that. I've helped people with health and fitness goals, feeling self-conscious in the body. I have helped people who have experienced great loss, loss of a loved one, or death by suicide of a loved one, or, a parent has lost a battle with cancer. I have lost some really important people in my life really tragically. And so I especially love helping people with big grief. It's something that I can hold space for. So yeah, big loss, how to process that. Big loss of relationships, divorce, breakup. Helped a lot of people with challenges at work, just feeling constantly stressed out and reactive by, my boss. I struggle with authority, and it just seems like they're being so demanding. And then also do I even like this? Do I want to do this? And how can I find something I like? How do I manage where I'm at? Lots with that. I've done a lot of manager coaching, a lot of helping people step into leadership roles, and I love doing that, helping people lead with kindness and empathy over the people that they manage, and helping people get really, really good results from their teams. Yeah. What else? Couples, I do couples coaching. So if you're having a lot of difficulty in your relationship, I can work with you, but maybe potentially, we got to see what the issues are. And, it could be that you have kind of a avoidant person, an anxious person, and that's causing a lot of friction. So definitely help with that. And maybe, you just have a bigger goal that you want to achieve in your life. You want to take steps towards something more fulfilling in your career or in your love life, or you want to get more out of what you already have. Or again, as I've said, I love helping people figure out how to lead a really emotionally rich and safe life. So, yeah, those are some of the goals. I think each of us has this intuitive desire that we want to feel better. We want to feel okay. We want to feel safe, and we want to feel excited and challenged. I think some people, I've noticed this, set up this really comfortable life for themselves, and they get their dream house and they fill it with all their dream furniture, and then they're like, oh, now what? And that's because we have to feel excited and challenged, like we're pushing our boundaries and limits in order to feel alive. And so I think it's interesting. Like, it's like sometimes I'm helping people who are, it's like too much chaos, and I'm helping them figure out how to feel safe. But then once we get to that place, and maybe you're already there, then it's like, oh, there's too much safety. Now I need a really good challenge. I need to stretch. I need to move toward this place and like push that edge. Like, such a good example of like what that edge is like thinking about like a cold shower challenge. In the moment, it sounds insane. Like, I'm not going to get into a cold shower every morning. Like, that sounds terrible. But you do it every day for 30 days and you're like, oh, I've never felt so alive in my life. What else can I tackle? What else can I do? And that's kind of how life is. Like, we need like either a literal or a metaphorical cold shower to help us feel like, oh, wow, I'm out there, I'm doing things. Or like the guy who I challenged him to go talk to 3 people a day. He wouldn't have done that without coaching. And now all of a sudden he's like, wow, look at all these cool people I'm meeting. And I didn't think I could do this. And now it's so fun and it's just so normal. So there's all these ways to push the edges. So I'm kind of like thinking about it as I'm speaking. So with some people, it's really like, okay, there's too much chaos. How can we get you to safety? And then for some, it's like, okay, you've built a really safe life. How can we push you to a new edge?